Hello everyone, in this lesson we are going to break down the basic structure of C# code and learn some essential programming terminology. Let's start right at the top with the word using. This is what we call a keyword. Keywords are built directly into the programming language. They have a reserved, special meaning, which means you can't use them for anything else, like naming your own variables. In this short code, words like using, class, static, and void are all keywords. Notice the semicolon at the end of that first line? In C#, nearly every instruction needs to end with 1. It's like the period at the end of a sentence. It tells the computer I'm done with this instruction, go ahead and execute it. Next up, we have our class. Think of a class as a blueprint or giant container for your code. In C#, almost everything you write has to live inside a class. Here our class is simply named beginner. Right below that, you will see a pair of curly braces. These define what we call a code block or scope. They're just like a giant pair of parentheses grouping things together. Everything inside these other braces belongs to our program class. Now let's look at the engine of our code. The main method. When you start a C# program, the computer always hunts for a method spelled exactly like this, main, and runs it first. You'll notice the keyword void right before it. Void simply means empty. It tells the computer this method has a job to do, but it won't hand any data back to us when it's finished. Right after main, we have parentheses. Anything placed inside parentheses acts as an input for a method. We call these inputs parameters. Inside ours, you'll see string. A string is just a programming term for plain text, like a string of characters. Other common data types include int for whole numbers and bool for true or false. But notice the square brackets after the word string? Those brackets mean we are looking at a list of strings. It captures text word by word separated by spaces. Finally, let's look at the line that actually does the work. See the period in the console.writeLine? That's called a dot operator. It allows us to look inside the console class and trigger its writeLine action. To tell it exactly what to write, we have to pass an argument into its parentheses. In this case, the argument we are passing is hello world. Because this text is wrapped in quotation marks, we call it a string literal. The computer will print literally what's inside those quotes without trying to do any math or logic with it. To help you practice, you'll find a link in the description below with exercises for this chapter. See you in the next lesson.